Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to discuss about 3 very important practical tips for your resume from my experience. And I'm sure that this video is going to be super helpful for you. So let's begin. The first tip for resume building is impact. Your resume should mention the impact created by your work. For example, these are wrong examples. Here people used to write like this: developed X, developed Y. So these are not a correct examples. How we can improve here to mention the impact created by our work? So here we can follow the template developed X which led to Y. For example, we can write developed X which led to increase in daily active user by 20%. So here we have followed the pattern developed X which led to Y. Another example could be reduce the APK size by 50% which led to increase in daily installs by 30%. So by just following a simple template developed X which led to Y, we can highlight the impact created by our work. So now let's discuss about the second tip. So my second tip for resume building is short resume. The resume should be short, 1 to 2 pager only. I recommend that it be only 1 pager only. And there is a very strong reason behind this why I am recommending it to be a short. So let's see the practical scenario what happens. Consider yourself as a person who is responsible for hiring at a company. Now suppose let's say you get lots of resume on a day. How will you filter out the candidate with whom you want to move forward, right? A lots of resume is there and you need to filter a few from them. What will you do? And this is a difficult task. So you will look for very short resume so that you can scan through them and you can get the idea that this candidate will be fit for my company or not, right? So this is how you know the answer. So basically you have to see the resume from the other side of the table. I will highly recommend to see the resume from the employer perspective and get your answer that whether you would be selecting this resume or not. If you would be selecting that, then it is fine. If not, we need to improve our resume and make it more concise, short, so that it becomes easier for the hiring manager to scan through your resume and get the proper output, that is whether you are eligible for that company or not, right? So this is how I recommend that you should build your resume, and you should look your resume from the hiring manager perspective. Basically going on the other side of the table will give you better perspective that whether your resume is good or not, right? So this way you can build the best resume for yourself. So now let's move to the final tip. So my third and the final tip is do not repeat. So let's understand this with an example, and I have seen various people mentioning like this: project 1 Kotlin unit testing. In project 2 also they will mention Kotlin and the unit testing. So here what we are doing, we are repeating the same keyword again and again. But that doesn't make sense because you have to make your resume concise. Otherwise, if you repeat like this, your resume will become longer and longer. And that is also a problem that we have just discussed in our previous point. So that is why I will recommend that do not repeat anything, because you have a limited space for your resume, and if you keep on repeating like this, that will be a problem and it will make your resume a longer resume, right? So do not try to repeat the keyword, because in the first project if you have mentioned the Kotlin, then as a hiring manager I already know that you know the Kotlin, right? In the second one you can highlight the unit testing. No need to highlight the Kotlin in the second one also. In this way you are able to highlight your unique strength that you have in the various project. So lots of unique strength you can highlight project wise, and this way you can make your resume concise, and that is good for scanning by the hiring manager, right? So I will recommend that you should always try to not repeat the keyword. So this way you are able to mention all the important pointers in your resume and yet have the short resume without making the resume longer. So this is the best way to build a resume without repeating things, because you have a limited space. So these were the 3 important resume building tips that I wanted to share with you, and I will highly recommend you to incorporate all these tips in your resume and let me know the impact. And don't forget to see your resume from the employer perspective, because that will give you the answer whether this resume is good or not, right? So that's it for now. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video.